Hello children, a very good morning to all of you. Now we have come to the end of the lesson, the ancient civilizations of the world. We have completed the lesson and I hope you have all understood the lesson which we learned. We learned the features of what the civilization is and we learned in detail about three different types of civilizations: the Indus Valley civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, the Egyptian civilization. So all these civilizations got flourished 2000, 3000 and 4000 years before the birth of Jesus Christ. So we learned about the people there, their construction, how they divided their towns, how they lived. They all know to learn and write. They had transportation facilities. So we all learnt about them. And now we are going to do the book back exercises of the second lesson, that is ancient civilizations of the world. And children, I know we have learned many new terms in this lesson. If you are feeling any difficulties, you kindly take your homework note or rough note and write it twice or thrice so that it will be easy for you to remember the spelling, and pronounce it 4 times or 5 times, children. Then it will feel very easy. Okay? So now let's start doing the book back exercises. First, name the following. Okay? They have asked like Philip. The script used in the Egyptian civilization is dash. What is the script used by the people in Egyptian civilization, children? In Mesopotamian civilization, the script is called as cuneiform. Do you remember it, children? Yeah. So in Egyptian civilization, the script used is called hieroglyphic script. The script is called as hieroglyphic script. Okay, I'll spell it: HIEROGLYPHIC. Hieroglyphic. While writing, H has to be in capital letter. Okay. The second one, the meaning of Mesopotamia. What is the meaning of Mesopotamia, children? So here you need to write where the civilization has flourished. Okay. So that means the meaning of the Mesopotamia. Okay, that is the meaning. So where this Mesopotamian civilization got flourished? In between the 2 rivers. Okay, so as the Mesopotamian civilization got flourished in between the 2 rivers, it got the term as Mesopotamia. So which means land between 2 rivers, which means the land between 2 rivers. The meaning for Mesopotamia is the land between 2 rivers. So you need to write the answer as the land between 2 rivers. I'll spell it LAND, land between, BETWEEN, 2, TWO, rivers, RIVERS, rivers. The third one, another name for Egypt. What is the another name for Egypt, children? Egypt is the gift of river Nile, they say. Yes or no? So another name for Egypt is gift of the Nile. I'll spell it. G has to be in capital letter. GIFT, gift of, of, the, 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 then Nile, it is the name of the river. As it is a proper noun, as it is the name of something, it has to be in capital letter. N is capital, NILE, Nile, gift of the Nile. Fourth one, 2 powerful women in the Egyptian civilization are dash. So they are asking the 2 powerful women of Egyptian civilization. Who are they, children? Do you remember? Yes, they are Hatshepsut and Nefertiti. The 2 figures, women figures of Egyptian civilization are Hatshepsut and Nefertiti. I'll spell it. H has to be in capital letter as it is denoting the name of a person. HATSHEPSUT H-E-P-S-U-T, Hatshepsut and Nefertiti, A-N-D and Nefertiti. Again N has to be in capital letter, capital N-E-F-E-R-T-I-T-I, Nefertiti. Next, children, what are the two important kings in Egyptian civilization? Do you remember? Yes, they are Tutankhamun and Ramses II. Do you remember this, children? So while writing like this, when you're answering the objective type of questions, you should recollect what we studied, okay? So that's why I recollected. The two important kings in Egyptian civilization are Tutankhamun and Ramses II. Just remember, okay children? Let's move to the fifth question now. One architectural structure from each of the three ancient civilizations. So here they are asking us to write one architectural structure from three of the ancient civilizations. So we learnt about Indus Valley civilization, so Mesopotamian and Egyptian. So in Indus Valley civilization we have to we have to name one architectural structure. So what are the architectural structures there in Indus Valley civilization? So we know the city is divided into two, upper town and lower town. The upper town is also called as citadel. In citadel, it consists of the religious buildings such as great bath, great granary and assembly hall. They are the architectural structures. Okay children? And the lower town comprises of the workplace and home, like the buildings where people live. So architectural structure means the religious buildings and the monuments. So you can write any of the three: great bath, great granary of assembly or assembly hall. So I'll tell you the spelling, children. You can write any one of these three. No need to write all the three, children, because they have asked us to write one from each civilization, one architectural structure from each civilization. So first one in Indus Valley civilization is great bath. G has to be in capital letter. G-R-E-A-T, great bath, B-A-T-H, great bath. 2, great granary. G has to be in capital. G-R-E-A-T, great granary, G-R-A-N-A-R-Y, granary. Third one, assembly hall. A has to be in capital letter. A-S-S-E-M-B-L-Y, assembly hall, H-A-L-L. So out of these three you choose one and write there, okay? So next in Mesopotamian civilization. So what are the architectural structures in Mesopotamian civilization? So we know they call the temple as ziggurat. So ziggurat is the new term which we studied here in Mesopotamian civilization. So it is the architectural structure. The ziggurat is the religious building which is presented in the sacred area in Mesopotamian civilization. I'll spell the word Z-I-G-G-U-R-A-T, and remember to write Z in capital letter. Okay children? The third one is Egyptian civilization. Here, what are the architectural structures? Pyramid. Is that any other thing other than that? Mummification and its process, then pharaohs, the kings. Any other new term you learned? No. So pyramid is the architectural structure. The kings, that is the pharaohs, built temples, magnificent temples and pyramids. So you can write pyramid as a architectural structure from the Egyptian civilization. I'll spell the word P-Y-R-A-M-I-D, and you can write P in capital letter. Okay children? Next, match the following. Cradle of civilization. Which civilization is also called as cradle of civilization? The Mesopotamian civilization, as it gives the root to many other civilizations to grow. Mesopotamian civilization is also called as cradle of civilizations. Which of the civilizations grew from Mesopotamian civilization, children? Do you remember that? I showed you in the slide. Yeah, they are Sumerian civilization, Assyrian civilization and Babylonian civilization. So these are the civilizations that grew up from the Mesopotamian civilization, and because of that it is called as cradle of civilizations. Civilization, okay? Second one, the Great Granary. Where is Great Granary? It is a storehouse where surplus food is stored. It is there in Harappa, in Indus Valley civilization. So put 2 near Harappa. Third one, Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It was built by Nebuchadnezzar II. He is the king. Children, did you read that? It is in page number 23. Did you know? There they have given the content. Nebuchadnezzar II was the king who built the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which was considered as the 7 wonders of the world. Okay? Yes. The fourth one is the largest pyramid. Which is the largest pyramid, children? Which was built in 2575 years before Christ's birth. Do you remember that? Khufu, the greatest pyramid in the world, it was built 2575 years before the Christ's birth. The name of it is Khufu. So put 4 near Khufu. The fifth one, Mohenjo-daro. So the last one left out is Indus Valley civilization, and Mohenjo-daro is the important sites of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa are the important sites belonging to the Indus Valley civilization. So near to Indus Valley civilization, write the number 5. So the numbers are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, children, let's move to the next Roman. It is fill in the blanks, and you people are so lucky you have only 2 fill in the blanks. Yes, the first one, villages gradually developed into dash. This was the beginning of civilization. So villages, so people in the village, they go and settle in the cities. It's obvious, right? So they get whatever they want in the cities. So the villages, the rural area, they gradually developed some nice buildings they started constructing. The places, the departmental stores, they started bringing all that into the village, and the village gradually became city. So the answers are villages gradually developed into cities. This was the beginning of dash civilization. So the villages are developing, improving or transforming, right? So it is the beginning of civilization. The people in the village also, they are getting improved, they are getting transformed, they are developing. Okay, children? Good. Next one. Dash was a powerful king of the city of Babylon. So this answer, you can find it in page number 23. Again, did you know? The answer is Hammurabi. Hammurabi was the powerful king of the city of Babylon. Okay, children, I'll spell the word. H has to be capital letter as it is denoting the person. Hammurabi. Hammurabi. He is the powerful king in the city of Babylon. Okay, so that's all, children. We completed the book back exercises of lesson 2, that is the ancient civilizations of the world. You take your preparatory notes or our worksheets and revise the lesson, underline the important points and write it twice in your homework note. Prepare in very good manner, children. You have to get good marks in your UT. And in next video, we'll see about the map where we can see the neighboring countries. Okay, we have to find the neighboring countries to our country. Okay, children, we'll see in next video. Thank you.